What's going on, everybody? It's man, the Legend Beast overall 16 here, and I am making my grand debut on the PS5, coming back to NBA 2K21, doing something that I've wanted to do for a while, and that is anti-meta builds. Anti, doesn't really matter, but the purpose of this series I want to do is to create builds that are kind of different but still work. See, because that's the thing. Like, anyone could just make a trash build and be different than everybody else. But everybody wants practicality. Everybody wants something that's different, that's fresh, that's unique, that's fun, most of all. But, people want to stand out. So here's the build that I made. The Hakeem Olajuwon build. I took, the concept of Hakeem Olajuwon and I put him into this build. And I also have an exact Hakeem Olajuwon build. Later, like, maybe at the end of this video, because I know not too many people, want to play unpractical builds or just only play my career, which is where centers thrive. Centers are not good this year. Do not make a center. Please do not make a center. Centers are garbage. But as you see right here, 6'10", okay, he's 6'10", 217 pounds because of speed. Speed matters more than everything. And then 7'6" wingspan because you want to shoot over people. Plus, that's the Hakeem Olajuwon's wingspan. So looking at shot close, the thing about these attributes, I did it in a way to where you can get the most bang for your buck, because as we know, every attribute is weighted differently. So I did 71 driving layup, so you can get acrobat, and that's something that you like to use. Acrobat's pretty good, Driving dunk, extending dunk is max. This is the biggest difference between center and power forward. You cannot do this on a center because it weighs way too much towards the overall. It takes away from too many other stats. Whereas, on this build, the power forward build, you can basically, you can have your close shot, you can have your driving layup, and you can max out your dunk post control, and, yeah, your standing dunk. Now shooting was weird. I honestly tried to max out free throw, but it weighs way too much towards the overall, and you don't get as many badges versus just putting up your three-pointer. Like, this build, I don't know why, but they encourage you to have an 83 ball. I really only did it for the badges, which we'll talk about later. Playmaking doesn't matter, because, you have post control. You won't be dribbling the ball. Hopefully you'll be playing center, but against, like, 6'7" power forwards, you're taking them to the post every time. Now, interior defense doesn't matter because there is really very few builds like this. Very, very few builds actually like this for in the post, because I don't know why it's unpopular. You're still good. I mean, you're not a demigod, but, you're still good. Now, as far as why I don't have interior defense, look at this. What are you gonna do with 19 badges and a 45 post defense? Like who is that locking up? Just max out your perimeter defense. I wish you can get clamps on this build, but I don't think you can, unfortunately. Which it sucks, but hey, it is what it is. You want your steal to be 62 to get interceptor, and then you want it to be 69 so you can get pickpocket, which are really, really good badges, to be honest, especially if you're going against other big men. Your block, obviously, you want your block to be 94, your offensive defensive rebound 95. Doesn't really matter because you have boosts as well, so you can put them at 90 and then get a boost, and then they'll still be 95, but it's for badges. And as for speed, 76 speed, 80 speed if you're on Gatorade, if you got the Gatorade boost. I mean, that's really, really good. Your strength is also 72, which is the biggest plus to this build, because most people, when they build those 6'7" demigods, they don't have strength, so you can just back them down. So obviously, being a post scorer, you want advanced post moves. Power back down is good too, especially because, again, not a lot of people max out strength. It's such a weighted stat. It takes so much of the overall and it doesn't give you anything except what, brick wall. So yeah, limitless range. The shooting ones are good too. The post ones are great. The rebounding I would stay away from. Spot position's pretty good, because this is a competitively viable build, I think. So, if you want to stand on the corner, stand by the three, or stand on the wings and shoot a deep three, just to take the center out the paint, just to take, the interior defender out the paint, that's very, very valuable. But I just had to go, like, double post moves, because I'm pretty sure you get a boost if you just have a primary takeover like that. And, yeah, those are the stats of the build. So now the next thing we gotta do, gotta look at the badges. What badges are you using on this build? So normally, if this were my career build, if this were like a 1-for-1 Hakeem Olajuwon build, the most important thing would be Dream Shake, right? Because that's Hakeem the Dream. That's literally his badge. However, I don't think you'll be needing this too much. Up and unders, you can really get your opponent without it. So I recommend spending those badges somewhere else. Like Heat Seeker is really good if you want to get that takeover really fast. Highlight Film is really good if you care about your team. But as far as that concerned, like Dream Shake, those 4 free badge points you can use somewhere else. So, the most important thing, Postman Technician has to be Hall of Fame. Has to be. Same thing with Drop Stepper. Both of those badges have to be Hall of Fame. And I strongly recommend Posterizer Hall of Fame too. Because why not, right? Posterizer is such a good badge. But as far as the Back Down Punisher is also really, really good for anti-meta destroying. Like, if you want to destroy and punish these undersized dweebs that don't have strength, get Back Down Punisher. I strongly recommend it. But Rise Up is a good one for your drop steps and your post spins. You'll be doing a lot of standing dunks. So something like this can be really, really viable. Slithery Finisher as well, because you'll be underneath the basket with those drop steps. Highlight Film, because those post spins give you a lot of chances to do a flashy dunk and posterize people. I mean, just pick your poison. I would say go ahead and try to max out your Highlight Film if possible. If you care about your team, if you're playing Pro-Am, or, even Park is really good. Or max out your Back Down Punisher, Hall of Fame, just to really, really put the hurting on people. But, this is something that a lot of people won't expect. They won't expect this bruiser who can also shoot the lights out if need be. Because, again, you have an 83 ball and you have 12 shooting badges. So something like, Deadeye, Catch and Shoot, Corner Specialist, those are all really good badges. The 2 most important ones, though, Fade Ace and Hot Zone Hunter. Once you get your hot zones and you have Fade Ace on the Hall of Fame, it's over. Put Deadeye on, it's over. It's over. You are abusing people. It is like, it's probably not the most efficient game because you're just getting fancy 2s. But my God, when I tell you, it's so fun to hit like fadeaways on people, and they just don't expect it because they're too short to contest it. And then you have Deadeye anyways if they do. But I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. You can do deep 3s if you truly care about your team. If you want to just take that, if you want to take that interior defender out the paint, hit him with those 3s. Hit him with that catch and shoot. Hit him with that corner specialist. Make sure that center, that defender, is not in there, and let your guards or your wings drive to the basket. There's many things you can do. As far as defense goes, I mean, it's pretty standard. You just want your basic ones. You want your rebound chaser, Hall of Fame, of course. You want your rim protector. It doesn't have to be Hall of Fame. You're good at just groundswell Hall of Fame. It's just, I'm pretty sure you get like takeover for like hard fouls and whatnot. Pogo stick can be really good. Heart Crusher is a must. I love Heart Crusher. You gotta have box. But there's not really too much to talk about in terms of defense. I'm pretty sure you guys know what's best for you. Defensive leader is also good. Unfortunately, you can't get a Hall of Fame, so it's not as good as the center. I mean, you can get a Hall of Fame, but you need to max out your interior defense, I think, or get it to a certain level, which obviously interior defense is such a weighted stat. It takes away from all the other cool things that you can have. But I strongly recommend having Pickpocket and Intimidator, or not Intimidator, Pickpocket and Interceptor in some form or fashion. It's really good if you know how to play lane. It's really good for stripping other centers that don't have ball handling. Worm, I don't know how good it is, but like I said, just go with the things that you think are good. The main ones are the 4-hour Hall of Fame that as you see there, and even if I'm being completely honest, you can skip out on Hall of Fame Rim Protector, go with something like Hot Stopper, which is really, really good. And I forgot to spin the shooting badge in this clip, but that's okay. I mean, that's matter. But yeah, those are the badges, right? That's the build. You can really dominate people. I'll show you guys gameplay another day of that build. Because I gotta get the VC for it, but for sure, like, I think it's a build that I definitely want to take online just to have fun with, just to surprise the hell out of people who don't expect Hakeem Olajuwon to show up and just abuse whatever 6-7 matchup they got. The only way this build can truly be better is if I had clamps. That is legit the only way this build can be better. If I had access to clamps, oh my God, that would be huge. But here's the actual Hakeem Olajuwon build. This is the 1-for-1, basically, as close as I can get, to making Hakeem Olajuwon in the game. 7 foot, 255 pounds, 7'6". You want a compact body type. It can be slight, just make sure he's skinny. As far as the attributes go, the things he had to sacrifice to get interior defense all the way up, it's just too numerous. Like this is really close to what Hakeem is. I don't like him having the 3-point shot, but the problem is you don't get the badges you need if you upgrade the free throw. So I had to upgrade the 3-pointer, which is fine. I'm pretty sure he's made a 3. 53 is more than enough. But you have no driving dunk, which really sucks on this build. Like, I hate that. But if you truly want to be a center, if you're just one of those role-playing people, then this is, you know, definitely a good build for you. Again, don't need to go too much over, you know, the takeovers, because all you really need is just the post move takeover. But actually, no, you get the post moves and then you get the defense, which is actually a draw. That's actually a plus, a good thing about this build. You get the paint intimidation, which is what Olajuwon should be about, because you know he does it on both ends. But as far as, like, you know, badges go, I mean, you know, pretty simple. You got the Dream Shake. You want to be able to do a post hook, you know. Just make sure you have these 2 badges. That's the most important thing. Drop Stepper is also really good. You can have it on gold, because Hall of Fame, that's more Shaq's thing. But that's not saying Olajuwon can't do it too. You know, that's more Shaq, Yao Ming. But, you know, look at this all over here. Like, this is beautiful. This is what Olajuwon should be. Heat Seeker as well is also pretty nice. For getting that takeover, just so you can, you know, feel like Olajuwon as early as possible. Back down Punisher is not really necessary, but Rise Up is. For shooting badges, again, I said it before, Fade Ace and Hot Zone Hunter, that's all you really need. Whatever that extra badge goes to, I put it on Deadeye, you know, so you can have those fades a little bit better. Although I don't know if Deadeye applies to fadeaways. I'm pretty sure it does, but hey, could be mistaken, right? And then, of course, for defense, you want Defensive Leader, Post Lockdown, Rim Protector, Reroute Chaser, Hot Stopper, Heart Crusher, Box, Intimidator. I mean, it's Olajuwon. Y'all already know. So thank you guys for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you liked this video and found it helpful. Dislike if you did not. And let me know what build I should make next. See ya. And peace out.